afternoon, you gorgeous, crafty people. How are you today? I hope you enjoyed Wake Up Call. It was super busy. You've absolutely loved the new Academy of Colour, which is what this launch party is, or launch day. I'm saying launch party, it's launch day. It's officially launching now, but I have to tell you a stock update. 3/4 of the stock has gone. So if you do want it and then you want to sit back, so what I would advise, put it in your basket, check it out, and then just sit back and watch our very special guest, who I will introduce in a moment. Just let her do her magic, which is amazing. Now, if you want to be social with us, we are completely social. So please come in, ask your questions. Let us know also, I would love to know how many of the Academy of Colour you've got. This is our 4th box, which is just incredible and you are loving. But let us know what ones you've got, whereabouts you started, whether you've got to catch up a bit, or whether you just want to take this one box as a one-off box, and you will get that education with this box as well. Now, before I start anything, I have to introduce this lovely lady. She's a very special friend of mine. I feel very privileged when she's in the building, and I, for one, can't wait to see what she does with this Academy of Colour. Leanne!
Hello, darling, how are you?
I'm very well.
Oh my word, whenever I know that I'm going to be working with Debbie, I get so incredibly excited because we just don't see each other enough. And I think back to those first days of first ever television appearances where it was me and you together in a flat in Peterborough with some Prosecco flavoured crisps.
Yes,
they were very happy memories, I have to say.
Oh my goodness, Leanne, I forgot about the crisps.
The Prosecco crisps, they were amazing. We're like, oh my God, these are lovely. We got through a couple of packets, let's just say, of the crisps only. The Prosecco we saved till we got home on an evening. I'm really looking forward to being here, I am, because Academy of Colour has been a fantastic runaway success, has it not? You've absolutely loved it. The Facebook group is phenomenal. We've got so many followers. So many of you say that it has, and it's a bold statement, but changed your life in terms of confidence when you're colouring. And I think if any craft programme can do that for you, it's phenomenal. And of course, this is the more recent launch that we've got, which is our watercolour pencils. And I'm looking forward to showing you around it, Debbie.
Ah, me too. I can't wait. So let's start with exactly what you are getting throughout this event. Now remember, we're in our Sweet Surprise event. It's amazing. Each day we're putting in deals on the website, so you'll get all those additional deals every single day. So keep a look in and see what you want, cherry pick, get your little extras. But first of all, I have to tell you about free gifts. We always love a free gift, don't we? If you spend £20 or $20, we're putting in this card making kit. This is our scratch and reveal kit. You're getting 57 stickers in here, including all the stamps, which is amazing. You don't have to do anything apart from spend that £20 or $20. That will be put into your basket or into your parcel when you get it home. Now, if you spend £100 or $100, we will also give you, so you'll get both of these, the most amazing butterfly die from Sarah's Vintage Butterfly. If I turn that round, you can see it's a 3-piece die and it's layerable. It will layer on top of each other. It's absolutely incredible. You'll get both of those if you spend £100 or more today, or $100, which is incredible. Now, the other incredible thing I have to say is the Academy of Colour is brand new today. It's only been launched today and it's got 30% off. I don't know how that's happened, but I love it, and the saving is going on to you. But also, we've got some extra little bonuses for you, but I'm going to let our Leanne tell you all about them.
Well, if you're stateside, thank you, Debbie. If you're stateside, I've done a little bit of, I'm going to call it negotiation. Some might call it putting your foot down with a firm hand. Others might call it demanding. But whatever it is, I've done it on your behalf, because normally your minimum basket spend is $125 for you to be able to access free shipping of that new super speedy service that we've got for you. For this event, your Sweet Treat event, up until midnight tomorrow night, you're going to be able to have a reduced minimum basket spend of $75. So rather than having to spend the $125, all you need to do is spend $75, and you're going to be able to access that minimum spend to get your free shipping, which I think is fantastic, especially we need a little treat at the beginning of the year, Debbie, when we're just getting over Christmas and it's not quite spring and we're all feeling a little bit flat. It's nice to have something just to give us that little boost, that little perk. That's something where we can treat ourselves to something we've really wanted and not have the shipping basket be the resistor to that. So $75 is your minimum spend up till midnight tomorrow night. Is a gift from me to you.
Oh, I absolutely love that. And you know, we've got a big cartload coming tonight. So you're going to want to be spending that and probably more on all those goodies. So make sure you fill up your baskets to get that free shipping. Incredible. So lots of people in today. We've got, oh my goodness, such a long list. And we do want to get over to Leanne, but I'll read out a few names. Sarah is saying afternoon. We've got Diana in, we've got Beth in, Nancy, Tammy, Elaine, Kerry, so many people. You're all letting me know what you've got. So Emma's saying she's got all the boxes. Carol's saying, hi everyone, I've got all of the Academy of Colour and I've just ordered this one this morning. I have all the pen boxes and I've ordered mine. I'm waiting for the last box to come out, says Sarah. Thea is saying, I did order the Academy of Colour and the big mystery box from Leanne. Yes, Leanne's big mystery box. It's amazing. And Tess on YouTube is saying, good morning from snowy Wisconsin. I have them all and I've ordered this one today. I've also ordered them all for my daughter's birthday late in the spring. Leanne, how amazing is that to order all those boxes for your daughter for their birthday? I love that idea. In fact, it's really given me an idea to get some to put away from my granddaughter because my little Ruby absolutely loves colouring. But without further ado, we're going to get over to our Leanne and see exactly what she's got in store for us with this Academy of Colour.
I'm really looking forward to showing you. I have to say, I think that's a fantastic idea, buying them for your daughter. What a lovely gift. And I know some people in the Academy of Colour Facebook group have said exactly that. And one of our viewers said they'd bought a box for their mother who was in New York, and she was following along with the tutorials now and having a lovely mindful time, and it was just getting her a little bit reinvigorated, using her mind. And you know, using your mind staves off, not making medical claims, but they say that creativity staves off all of that stuff that happens when we get a little bit older in life. So yes, fantastic. And I think if you're going to get one for your granddaughter, Debbie, get the pencils.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. This is the one to get. Now, you get the fabulous box that you always get. The experience with our boxes on Academy of Colour are absolutely fantastic. It's a beautiful quality box and each one of them have that beautiful, very satisfying magnetic closure. I could just stand and do that for 10 minutes. I love a magnetic closure.
Me too.
And of course it tells you your colouring journey continues. The exciting thing is, next time the message on the box changes.
This is going to be a sad message,
because we're coming to the end,
yes,
aren't we? So the message on the box is different for the next one, but you've got that to look forward to. Now open the box and what you will find you've got inside are your pencils, you've got a sharpener, and then you've got 2 water valve brushes. Now I will just mention these pencils come in a separate box. I'm just looking to see if I can see mine here. I can't. We've had the box. Have you? Oh, Debbie's got it. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you very much. So these pencils will come in this box, and this box is buried in your brown outer packet to keep them safe. You're going to take the pencils out of here and pop them into the spaces that we've provided for you so that you've got your beautiful tray fully complete. Now these are our brand new Aqua Duo pencils. So they're a watercolour pencil. Duo because you've got 2 perfectly complementary colours in each of these pencils. We've done that so you can get that mixing of a new colour or tone, or you can do the light and the shade in a tone, and giving you that duo effect where the colours will work together in one pencil. Of course, with watercolour pencils, you're going to see they'll all play together nicely. Pencil sharpener is incredibly important. You need to be able to sharpen your pencils effectively and not break the lead all the way down. I'll explain that to you as we get to that point. And then your 2 valve brushes have 2 different sizes of nib. So can I get that out and show you? There we are. So you've got a fine nib and a fine brush, I should say, and a thicker brush, so for being able to do your detail. And you just fill them with water. They're a valve brush. So that's all on your first layer. On your second layer, underneath, you get what you would always expect with Academy of Colour. You get your panel to store your fabulous clear stamps on, and you get 4 really big bold statement florals and three florals and a butterfly to work with in this collection. They're a really great size. We give you sentiments so that you can finish them off into finished projects if you want to. And you also get a stash of watercolour card, because we're not using alcohol markers in this box. You don't need alcohol cards, so you've just got your watercolour card in there. That all nestles nicely underneath that tray, and that's everything you're getting. Now, if you haven't joined in with Academy of Colour yet, if you're at home and you're still on the Academy of Colour fence, then this would be a great box for you to start with, because it completely stands alone. You do not need to have purchased any of the previous Academy of Colour boxes to be able to make this work for you. So it might be a good time for you to just try and see if you like the journey. Go and watch some of the education. And by the way, this little card stuck on the top of your box, this gives you access to that education. So if you turn it round, the website and the QR code to access that is on the back. I say always stick that back on the roof of your box, and then you always know where to go back to your education and get it later. You're not going to lose that. Definitely don't throw it away. So I think it's a great box to start with. If you haven't yet, if you've been watching and thinking, oh, I don't know if it's for me, I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy it, then this would be a brilliant box for you to dip in now, see if you do, and then go back and get some of the other boxes if you want to. I think it would be a fabulous starting point, don't you, Debbie?
Oh, absolutely. And it's what I do love about this one, and it's what I really do think is why it has been so busy today, because it is that standalone box. If you've not dabbled in watercolour pencils before, I think, Leanne, to have that dual-ended pencil, I've never seen dual-ended watercolour pencils.
No.
I mean, there could be some on the market, but I've personally not seen them. So just a quick recap on these. This is everything that you're getting in the box, like Leanne has just said. How much did you say is gone, Johnny? Over 3/4 of the stock has gone. Amazing. Only $33.99 or $44.95. But look at that platinum saving price. I love the stamps in this one. I think they're beautiful. Do you know what I love about them as well, Leanne? Even though you've got these ones for that watercolouring, every stamp that we've got in the system going back can be used in all these techniques, can't
absolutely, yes, they can. You can use these pencils. If you've purchased previous Academy of Colour boxes, every single one of the images can be coloured with these pencils.
I mean, look at that. Look at those. Being able to create just the most amazing designs on there. What you got to show us best, Leanne?
So, as with every Academy of Colour, we also bring the education and the step-by-steps, don't we? So what I've got here to show you is you've got your step-by-step colouring instructions, which will be uploaded to the website and the Facebook group for you, and it's broken down in the steps that you've come to know and love. The colours are listed underneath, and the instruction of what you need to do to achieve these different results are all included for you on that Facebook page and website. So we give you the instruction, we hold your hand to help you be able to achieve those things. That's colouring the images. And then I've got a whole host of background image stuff to show you as well. I think we should probably just dive straight in, Debbie.
Oh, let's do it, absolutely.
Now, what I've noticed is one of the pencils in here needs a little bit of a sharpen. So let's do that to start with, and I can explain to you how you sharpen a pencil, because I want to use this colour, and it's been put away with no nib. So let's... Oh. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. Here's a top tip for you. To get your pencil sharpener out, take your tray out, push... Oh, you can't see. Take your tray out. There we are. Take your tray out, finger underneath, push up from the bottom, remove your sharpener. Otherwise, you're going to be doing this with your nails for a long time and getting very frustrated like me. And it goes the same for these water brushes. Just give them a little push from underneath and they'll come out. The pencils you can get a hold of and they'll come out pretty easily. So we're going to sharpen this one. To start with, them saying pretty easily. We like to get them a good hold of. There we are.
Live TV, Leanne.
I know, it's always the way, isn't it? Now you can see this pencil needs a bit of a sharpen. It hasn't got much of an end to it. What you're going to do is use your pencil sharpener, but you're going to turn the sharpener, not the pencil. So when you're sharpening, your pencil stays still, your sharpener turns. And the reason you do that is because the lead and the wood, if you force it round by winding the pencil like this, you turn the wood and the lead at 2 different speeds, and that's what causes your lead to break all the way up a pencil. So if it isn't sharpened correctly, that's what you will experience. Very important that when you're sharpening, the pencil goes in, you turn this, the sharpener end, and not the pencil end.
Great tip.
Okay, there we go.
And how nice is it having a branded pencil sharpener?
Oh, absolutely. And it'll work with all of our other pencils. So if you've collected, so see this pencil hasn't, look what's happened. And I'm just going to show you because I think it's important. This pencil hasn't been looked after in terms of how it's been sharpened. So see how it's snapped. And that will happen to you if you're not careful. So the first time you don't sharpen it properly and you break the lead, that's what will happen. So just make sure that you turn the sharpener, not the pencil, and that's the lovely result that you'll get. Okay, move that to one side. Now then, keep these because we're going to talk about how to use them in a future demonstration later on. Don't throw those away.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
There was a lady watching last night. I've forgotten her name. I'm sorry. I wish I could remember. And she said the thing that she learned the most out of the whole 2-hour session we did was what to do with the pencil sharpeners. So if she learned nothing else in the whole class, the fact that she knew now what to do with her pencil sharpeners, it was what she was looking forward to the most.
I love that.
So I've got one of the butterflies stamped out, and I've stamped it with our Finesse waterproof ink, which you can see there. So stamped it with that, and that means the black line won't run. These will be on our website. If you haven't got Finesse waterproof, it stays on, we'll do the same. They're in stock. Go to the website and get that, definitely. Now, what we're going to do is choose the colours of pencil that we've outlined on the chart here to colour this butterfly. So we're just going direct to the butterfly to colour it. So it needs red berry and petunia, which are those two, elderberry and iris. Okay, so someone's put these in here so I can't see them. Let's get all the pencils out, guys. So here's another top tip. See, whoever's put these pencils in this one has done it so it's all nicely Spectrum Noir Aqua facing up, so it looks all posh and gorgeous. However, you can't see the blooming colour. So I would put them away facing, doesn't matter that it's got Spectrum Noir on there. We all know it's a Spectrum Noir pencil. Turn it round and keep your pencil stored inside so that you can see your colours. And it's just going to make it so much easier for you when you're using them to be able to see the one that you need to pick up. So I'll just take a minute, Debbie, if you want to do some comments to turn these around.
Yeah, absolutely. So lots of people coming in, lots of love for the Academy of Colour. Beth is saying that she loves the duo idea as well. Yeah, I think that is a game changer. Kathy Myers has said it's the best investment that she's ever made and the best teacher comes with it. That's such a lovely thing to say, and I think we'll all agree with that, absolutely. We've got lots of hellos. Alicia's saying, I gave mine to my 10-year-old granddaughter and she absolutely loved it. She loves to draw and this will help her in advance with her art. Yeah, that's amazing. They're our next generation, aren't they, our youngsters? Stephanie's in saying hello to all her crafty friends. Evelyn's in from a very cold and snowy Colorado. Emma is saying that she has ordered this one today. Janice is saying good morning from a very rainy West Virginia. We've also got Robbie in. He said he's got the Academy of Colour Aqua Pencil Kit. Leanne could sell me a bikini in the North Pole blizzard. That's very funny.
That is.
And he says, love me some Leanne. Yeah, absolutely. That's so nice. Susan saying, hi, Leanne and Debbie. I'm a late comer to the Academy of Colour. I have just finished the main box and I'm about to start portraits. I am really enjoying the programme and learning new skills at 67. I absolutely love that. And actually, Leanne, it just goes to show it doesn't matter what age you are, you can learn this new skill, can't you?
You absolutely can. Do you know what? This is a very forgiving technique. It's a very forgiving craft, watercolour. Pencils, I think, is the most forgiving and the most easy. If you are starting a journey, this would be the very best place to start. If you've never coloured before, it would be great for that. And I think it's the thing that gives you instant results very quickly and easily. You don't really have to worry about having any skill at all. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So I've taken the butterfly and I've taken out the pencils that I need, which are red berry, petunia, elderberry, iris, aqua and ocean. So I'm just going to start applying colour. Now, you're going to follow the instructions that I've given you. So you can see I'm telling you where to apply it and how to drag it out, what it's going to look like when it's done. I'm following my instructions and just putting the colour where I would like it. So we're going to start with petunia and red berry. This is on watercolour card. So you're just going to add some of the colour in by colouring it in. So you don't need to go all of the way. You can just go part of the way. And you're going to preserve your highlight in the centre. Then we're going to add the red on this end, coming up towards there. And then we stop and preserve our highlight in the centre. And we're going to repeat the same over here.
I mean, this just looks pretty looking at it just like this, doesn't it? But when you add the water, it's like magic, isn't it?
It is like magic. And you're just going to add down the colour where you need it and preserve your highlight in the centre, which is the white area. And just choose the areas that you would like to have the red and the petunia. You can vary where you put it, and because we're using the two opposite ends of the pencil as we put them together, you know that these two colours are going to work. So we've done that. We've curated the double-ended Aqua pencils to make the job of deciding where you're putting the colour very, very easy for you. So you don't have to worry about it. If you go to either end of the pencil like this, they are going to blend together and work together beautifully. So I've put a little bit of that one down. Now we're going to move over to the iris and elderberry, I think it is. Yep, iris and elderberry. And we're going to add that down. So I'm just going to choose where I'm having the iris, choose where I'm having the elderberry, add a little bit of colour down. Now you can see you don't have to worry about being very careful with how you put it down or very controlled. You don't have to worry about being the best colourist in the world. All you're doing now is getting pigment onto the page. And the pigment that you're getting on the page is from the pencil via what we call a binder. Now it's a water-soluble binder that you've got in here, and that means when you add water to it, the water-soluble binder dissolves and allows the pigment to move around on the page, and the pigment is your paint. So it's an effective and easy way of delivering a dry paint substance to your piece of artwork, and makes it a very, very easy and forgiving way of adding colour to a project. So we're just scribbling it down in both areas, and then we'll start adding some water. I will talk to you about how to work with your valve brush, which are included, your two valve brushes, because that is important in terms of technique. And once you've got how to hold and control your valve brush down, and then how you're applying your colour in different ways, then you're good to go. And you're just going to have the best time colouring in the images that we've put in the box for you. There we go. So I've coloured all of those. The great thing about the watercolour pencils as well is you'll see I've done quite a large area over quite a wide space. It's not like an alcohol pen where you have to work in one small area and quick to get that blend, because nothing's going to happen to this. It's not drying out, it's not going to disappear, it's just going to sit there. In fact, I could walk away, go to bed, have a gin maybe first, go to bed, come back in the morning after breakfast and activate this with water.
Right.
So it's not going to dry out, it's not going to go anywhere. You've applied the colour, but you're fine. Take your time with it. And I think that's a good thing, because with alcohol, you'll hear us say a lot, be quick, because the alcohol will evaporate and then you won't be able to blend. And that's why we tell you and teach you to work in a small area at a time. Don't have to worry about that with watercolour pencils. Just do it at your own leisure. Now your valve pencils that come, you've got two different sizes of brush tip. So you can see that there. You've got a larger and a finer. So the larger for bigger detail, the smaller for smaller detail. Choose your poison, doesn't matter. You can use either, whichever one you prefer. I tend to use the large one more than I do the small one. I don't know why, it's just how I feel. So you just choose how you feel and you'll be fine with it. Now, when you're using a valve brush, this one's already been used, so I think I do it on the back of my hand. Can you see there's some moisture there? You can just see that. There's water, there we go, coming out of the brush.
Oh yeah, we can see that.
Now, when it's a dry brush that hasn't been used, I wonder if there's one here. I think these have all been used. Nope, all been used. When your bristles are dry, what you have to do to get the water going is give your pen a little squeeze, and that'll get a little bit of water flowing here. Once you've done that, do not continue to squeeze, because the water will flow with what's called capillary action. And that just means that the constant movement of the pen of the brush on your surface will keep that water flowing at the right level for watercolouring. If you continuously squeeze, you'll flood your colouring and you'll find it hard to control the water flow. So make sure that you do not keep squeezing. I would suggest that you hold your brush down here where it's impossible to squeeze, and then if you do hold your pen or you involuntarily squeeze because you can't help yourself, it's not going to make any difference because you're holding it where it doesn't matter. And then only if your brush starts to dry do you go back and give a tiny little push there and then go back to holding it where you can't squeeze. So not lots of squeezing is an important point.
Yeah, I remember learning that quite a long time ago, Leanne, when I first used our watercolours, because you think it's just going to be really easy to use, but you're right, you just want to squeeze, don't you?
Yeah, you do. You just think
when
you need to.
Get it.
You think, get the water out, you don't need to. So once you've done that and your brush is primed and ready to go, so this is damp, then you're just going to emulsify your paint. So I'm just touching the brush on my watercolour, it emulsifies the colour and drags it round, and there you go, that bit is coloured. At this point you need a piece of tissue. You can see I've picked up some pink on the tip of my brush there. Clean your brush so no more pink is coming off, and then go and do the red. So don't go between the two colours, clean your brush between each one, really important, and then you won't contaminate those colours. Clean again. And now when I want to bring them together, I can bring them together for that soft blend and clean my brush. And that keeps the join of the colour in the middle obvious and the two separate colours very obvious as well. So just colour that in and drag it down. Just move the binder, water soluble, and the pigment to where you would like it to be. When you're happy with it, stop, clean your brush, do the other colour, and then bring it together to blend. And then clean your brush again. And then you just move on and do all of them. Just keep remembering to clean your brush. Now I'm going to colour a little bit on the scrap paper here and show you in a second how much pencil you need to put down and how far it will go, and the difference between getting a bright vibrant colour and a soft gentle colour. So see, what I'm doing all the time is going back and taking any residue colour off the bristles on my brush off on the kitchen towel when I'm working these two together. And that's really important that you keep doing that. If you don't, you'll just end up with one solid muddy mess of a colour, and you don't want to do that. We just do our watercolouring in that way, moving around, and you'll continue to do that. I mean, that could not be any more simple. You'll go and choose some more colours, you'll colour them together, keep cleaning your brush. You'll notice I've never moved from this position. I haven't gone back and added any more water to my brush at all while I'm doing this colouring, and you won't need to, not when you're using the capillary action. So you need a tiny amount of water, not a lot of water. If you use too much, it'll flood all over the colouring, and then you'll just get, the colours all mixing in together. It'll be a little bit it'll be less defined, and you won't be in control of the result any longer.
Would you say, Leanne, if you're new to colouring with water brush, is it easier to just use a normal paintbrush like with the first Academia colour and then to practice with this one?
Yes, I prefer.
Yeah.
Always prefer. So that is my favourite brush ever.
Right.
I love it because I can put as much water on or off as I want.
Yeah.
The convenience with this is you can take your water with you.
Yes.
So you can colour on the go, and that's why we've put them in, because if you're taking your colouring with you somewhere and you're not going to be somewhere where you can get water or a pot, this is great for that.
Right.
But if you are at home, I always advocate for this.
Right.
It's my preference.
Yes.
And you'll have heard me say on many other colouring shows before, don't do a water valve brush, do a regular brush.
Yeah.
And so you would be forgiven for me saying, Leanne, why the dickens have you put water valve brushes in there then? Because you always tell us to use a regular brush. And I do. And I still say that that is the best way to do it, which is why we included it in the first box. Any detailed brush like that will work for you. The convenience of this is taking your water with you when you
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm thrilled because I love a chamber water brush. I do a lot of my watercolouring with a sparkle pen.
Yes.
Because I just love having that in that barrel in a pen, having that liquid in the pen that you can do your watercolour in. But I know I've seen you many, many times with a normal brush, and I do also know for beginners or people that are just learning watercolours, a normal brush is definitely easier, isn't it?
It definitely is, because you have more control.
You control the water.
You control the water. So we're just moving this colour around and filling it in. We can get a new colour if we want to and add to it. You know, it's entirely up to you. That is your butterfly. It can be whatever colour you want your butterfly to be. As you continue on and add more colours, these are the colours I've been using. That's what you're going to be able to achieve. And you've got your step-by-step instructions to take you to that point, of course, and then you can finish it off into a finished project if you want to. It's entirely up to you. So very easy to do by just scribbling the pencil onto the watercolour card and then moving the colour around with your brush. Now, just very quickly, I want to talk to you about adding colour down on card. So when you're adding colour to your watercolour card, I'm just going to do it on the end of this side of this topic because I'm not going to finish it. What you want to do is add your colour gently. So I'm not putting any pressure on my pencil here. I'm just colouring it across the surface of the card. And what you can see there is all of the texture of the white card is still there because I'm not filling in those textured pieces. I'm whispering the pencil across the top. I'm not applying any pressure. By doing that, you get the right amount of colour in that area to then move it around with your water brush. And when you put your water brush on and move it, look how the colour intensifies. So this is where the binder melts and the pigment moves with the water and the colour intensifies. What you can do with that then is move that even further. So because I've got that all there, there's quite a bit of pigment on it, I can start to drag this down. And this is where you get your dark to light and softer effects from moving that colour where you would like it to go. That's how you get your highlight and your dark. So it's very, very small amounts of colour you need to add. If you put not too much, but if you want a much more intense colour, that's when you're going to add pressure. So you see, I'm now applying a little bit of pressure and I've got that very much more solid appearance to that colour, and a darker colour looks very different to that because there's so much more pigment on the surface of the card. I can still move this around, but the colour looks very different to this colour. This is almost a navy, this is a pale blue. Same pencil, it just depends on the amount of pressure that you've applied when you're putting it on there. And this will still move, but when you move it, again, the colour will be a little more intense and darker. You can do it even lighter by doing a whisper touch, so hardly touching that at all. So this is the lightest version. Clean my brush on my kitchen towel. And then if I use this, you can see I've got a pastel version of that colour now. So there you can see with one pencil, depending how much pressure I use when I'm applying it to the card, I've gone from a very pale pastel blue to a mid cerulean tone to a navy. And that's just about the pressure from the pencil. So you get lots of different colours in each pencil too. So for all you've got 12 pencils, 24 colours, you've actually got myriad. Yes. Because adding the water and the amount of pigment you apply by varying the pressure in the pencil gives you different colour tones and different effects. I would say practice with that at home in a small area.
Yeah, that's a great tip. And actually, it's the one thing I absolutely love about watercolour pencils is because you can, like Leanne's just shown, go from that vibrancy of colour to those real pastel tones. There's no other pens or pencils like that unless you use watercolour, is there? No, absolutely. It's definitely a phenomena which is linked to watercolouring, without a doubt. Now, I've just done on that little bit of butterfly, much more intense colour than I did when I applied the other ones. And all I'm going to do is just emulsify that with water. I'm going to clean my brush again in a second. Remember, that's something we've got to do to clean our brush. So clean it before I go to the next colour. Move this up. Oh, Leanne, it's flying out the door. They're loving your demos. We are on 80% of our whole day's stock has gone. And I'm not surprised. You're absolutely loving it. You're loving Leanne's demos. Lots of amazing comments coming through. Can't get my words out. But yes, you're absolutely loving it. And that looks beautiful, Leanne.
It's lovely, isn't it? And you can do that yourself within 30 minutes of opening the box.
Amazing.
It's going to be very easy for you to do.
Absolutely amazing. And Leanne, you put all of these in the Academy of Colour, the tutorial you do online,
yes,
don't you? So
absolutely.
all of the boards.
And we did that live last night.
Fabulous.
So the minute you get this home, so if you order it today and it arrives tomorrow, you can go on and watch that education immediately. They're all there, so it'll not just be this one, it'll be all the previous ones as well that you can see. And then I would highly recommend that you join the Facebook group, which is Academy of Colour. We've got over 5,000 people in there, I think, now. Yeah. And so many of you share your experiences, share your journey. I'm in there a lot. A lot of our other colouring experts are in there a lot. We give you feedback. We offer you help if you ask for it. We give you suggestions in terms of what you might want to think about doing to improve your results. And actually, if you are just a master colourist, we just sing your praises and give you high fives and whoops all the way through. And it's great to see you all helping each other as well. And often before we even get a chance to go in there and answer a question, you've all answered the questions. It's such a wonderful community. It's a community based on kindness, help and support. And that is to help you on your colouring journey, and everybody who joins that group says the same. They have that experience in there. It really is, I think, one of the best education programmes that has ever existed in the craft industry.
And there you go. And where else can you find anything like that on the market, where you have that full education system, someone holding your hand every step of the way, as well as making lots of crafty new friends, because that's what the Facebook group is all about as well. So the Academy of Colour, it's a new box today. This one is our DuoColour Aqua pencils, £33.99 today, or $44.95. You are getting everything you can see here inside that beautifully presented box. If you go for the original Academy of Colour, it will come with a binder where you can put your stamps into it and have it all lovely. You're going to be able to be colouring these stamps like this, which are incredible. And these are all the colours that you are getting in that box. That's a lot of colours in all those different shades. Like Leanne was showing us, all those different colour hues, all depending on where you hold that pencil, which is amazing. So there you go. If you want the Academy today, be quick, because we're going to be going over 80% of that stock soon. But do you want a 35% saving on our original colour Academy of Colour? This is the one for you then. So this is the beginning one. This is the one where your colouring journey starts. This is the one which has the most amount in it. But look at that price. You are saving a huge amount, 35%. £96 today, or $128. You're getting all your markers in there, which is your watercolours and your alcohol. You're getting your stamps, your tools, and so much more in a beautifully presented binder. Now, if you want to go on to something a little bit different, and you go on to the next one, which is our portraits, this was my favourite one. I love doing hair and skin. It's the one thing I like to practice. I love to do the contours. This is the one for you. It's amazing. 30% saving as well. £33.99 or $44.95. Now, we've also got the Flora and Fauna, another beautiful one to do. It's got an incredible 30% saving. Also, it's got some amazing stamps in this one, which are truly beautiful to colour. Remember, whichever one you're going for, if you're collecting all of the Academy of Colour, all these stamps, you can mix and match into each individual folders really, but the tuition comes from our Leanne with every single one of these. $33.99 or $44.95. We've also got a feathers and fur. This one is a great one if you wanted to learn how to do all those techniques, the pointillism, I want to say, is that the right word? Yes, pointillism, or your fur brush strokes, anything like that. This is the box for you. Another 30% saving. Look at the platinum price, £27 £29.19 or $30.16, which is amazing. And then, we are limited on the cute characters. There's less than 10% of this stock. So what I would do is recommend anybody that's going for them all today or cherry picking which ones they like, go for this one, because once they're gone, I don't think they'll be back in stock. So this one is amazing. And then we've got our DuoColour ones, which are our Aqua pencils that we have on the show today. Amazing. Right, so let's have a look and see who's here. We're so busy, so busy. Kathy's in saying that's beautiful, Leanne. Kate is saying, can you buy the water valve brushes separately? I don't think we do them separately, do we?
I think we might have some on our website. I think Spectrum Noir did used to do them.
Oh, okay.
So we did used to do water valve brushes in the Spectrum Noir range. I don't know if they're sold out or whether we're waiting for them to come back in. But have a look on the website, because I know there was something that we did used to do.
Ah, okay. Have a look. Barbara saying good morning, crafters from New Zealand. It's 3:30 a.m. And it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Barbara. That's amazing. What's Duo pencils and normal colouring pencils, please?
Okay.
I'll let Leanne answer that.
So in the next box, you will also have a Duo pencil. So Duo just means two. So that means a Duo pencil has two colours in each one pencil. This box here is the watercolour, the Aqua pencils. So you've got Duo Aqua watercolour pencils. The next box, the final box that you get, that we've got coming, you'll get Duo wax pencils. And they work in a different way because they don't emulsify with water. So Duo just means two colours. You get two colours in a pencil, 12 pencils, 24 colours in each box. These are the watercolour version. The next box will be the wax version.
Perfect. Amazing. Sandy saying, hello, lovely ladies. So happy to see you both. Shame on me. I have purchased the latest Academy of Colour and I have all the other boxes and she hasn't been using them. Oh. Shame on you, Sandy. Yes, she's saying shame on her, but she will have to get them out and start using them. Yeah, so lots of love for all of that. Jan is saying, I have the watercolour pencils and I've discovered that I'm using them completely wrong. So thank you very much, Leanne, for the demonstration. Absolutely. And there isn't really any rights or wrongs. There's just guidance, isn't there, on how to use them and get the full quality out of them. But while we let you check out your baskets, take a look at this.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Dash of this, and a squeeze of this, mix it all together, create my masterpiece.
What's going on here, Ben? Are you making something?
I am indeed. I am just creating a culinary masterpiece and whipping up some sweet treats for our crafty community. So if you don't mind, I've got some finishing touches to do. Et voila, 5 days of truly scrumptious sweet surprises. Unwrap a new decadent deal each and every day between Monday the 20th and Friday the 24th of February.
Oh, that looks amazing. Can I have a peek?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Wow, there's deals, discounts and goodies here, Ben, for every type of crafter.
But we don't want to spoil the surprise right now. We've got some amazing deals and surprises right throughout the week, so you'll have to tune in each and every day, first show, to find out what they are.
And extra sweet deals are going to be landing every day. So head over to Crafters Companion website where you'll find some sweet deals.
We've got a double bill of great news for our US crafters. You'll now pay less for delivery and your parcels will arrive in double quick time. Our team has joined forces with UPS to speed up the delivery of Crafters Companion orders across the USA. Order online with us and your crafting treats will arrive on your doorstep in just 2 to 3 business days. And shipping will cost just $9.95, so you can treat yourself to even more crafting goodies. So head over to the Crafters Companion website to place your order today. You'll be getting creative with all your treats in no time at all.
It's nice seeing all those videos, isn't it? And remember, we're in our sweet surprise event. So head over to the website because we've got lots of sweet surprises for you. But I do have one amazing sweet surprise, only $20.20. Now, I'm not asking you to buy that. What I'm saying is if you spend $20.20, you will get this free gift popped in your parcel all for nothing, which is amazing. So it's our Scratch and Reveal card kit, which we absolutely love. It has 57 of those gorgeous stickers in there that you're going to be able to do all the surprises. Now, if you spend another £70, so £100 in total, you will find both of these in your basket. So on all orders that are £100 and over, you will have those 2 free gifts. We love surprises, we love gifts, and we love all that treating. And remember, for our US viewers, if you're spending $75, Leanne herself has begged, pleaded and borrowed, or maybe demanded, that you're going to get free shipment to the US, which is incredible value. So make sure you fill up those baskets. Now, without further ado, I think we need to get back over to the lovely lady herself and see what else she's got in store with this beautiful Academy of Colour.
So I thought we'd have a look at how to create ourselves a colour palette with the watercolour pencils, and so we're going to have a look at how to do that now, and then also how to mix a different shade of a colour so you can add more depth and dimension in your colouring. So we're going to start with the rose, and the rose comes in the box, and the colours that we're going to be using are petunia, mango, soft red, and I think that is spruce, yes, spruce and bamboo. So they're the colours that we're going to be using. Oh, and I'll need a little bit of ebony later, but I'll get that out. And we're just going to create ourselves a palette. Now, what does creating a palette mean? You'll need a piece of watercolour card, spare watercolour card. Now, what I would be doing, I'm going to show you this actually, because I was talking about this on the education last night, and I didn't have a pair of scissors. I'm going to grab a pair of scissors. To create a palette, what I would do is cut myself a piece of watercolour card about 2 inches wide, okay? And then I'm going to take a pen, when I find one, find a pen, come to me pen, hello pen, where are you? Come, hello pen, just want a pen.
I've got a pen over here.
Oh, thank you. That was me impersonating my granddaughter Ada. Whenever she can't find anything that she wants, she literally just said, hello. So flute. And Mum keeps hiding that flute that I bought her. Don't know why. But
I might be able to have a guess at that.
I don't know why she hides it, but Ada loses the flute regularly because her mum's hid it. And she walks down the flute going, Lute, where are you, Lute? Hello, Lute.
That is very cute.
She loses a number 9 out of a puzzle. 9, where are you? Hello, 9. So I was impersonating Ada there, needing a pen. Thank you, Debbie. And then what I would write on here is rose palette. Okay, so I know that's my palette for my rose. And then I would write the colours. So I'm going to do mango, soft red. I had petunia, I think, from memory, spruce, bamboo, and then I'll do ebony down here. Okay, so I know the colours that I've done. So that's what I'm doing for myself. Then I colour that colour down. So the first one is mango. So this is creating a palette on a piece of watercolour card. Then I'm taking the mango pencil and I am, with some pressure, adding a good amount of that mango onto the watercolour card. So that's my paint palette for me to start working from. I'll do the same with soft red.
I was saying to Craig earlier that I love doing palettes with watercolour pencils.
Yeah.
One of my favourite things
It's fantastic,
to do.
isn't it? Petunia.
Where do the names come from, Leanne?
Out of Leah's head.
Oh, it's Leah's head. I did wonder who. I thought someone must make up the names to go with them.
Leah is phenomenal at names. All of the ink pad names, Leah. Pencil names, Leah.
There we go.
Yeah,
That's
she's
good to know.
incredibly creative. Very, very good at it. It's one of our skill sets. The rest of us all just look at each other like we're speaking in a foreign language.
Yeah, it's like a green.
It's a green one. It's a pale green one. It's a brown one. So Leah's very, very good at it. A little bit of ebony there. Now, the reason I like to show you how to create that palette is you don't need to throw that palette away. You can keep that now.
Yep.
And if you only use a little bit of this colour, you can come back to that in another 6 months' time and still pick up from the palette and use it.
Amazing.
So you're not wasting any of that pigment, and it means that you aren't using more than you need, you're not wasting it anywhere. But when you come back, you'll know it was for the rose, it was your rose palette, and you know those were the colours that you put on there. And then if you need to add more colour back in, because you need a little bit more, you know which colour you need to go and get. So that's what you're going to start creating for yourself when you create a palette. Then we're just going to go in and colour. And I'm actually going to go back to, I'm just going to show you how you can do it with your other brush, the one that came in the main box. So I'm going to dip into my water, bring that in so you can see it. Dip into my water, take off the majority of the water on my kitchen towel so it's damp, and then choose which colour I'm going to start with. And I'm actually going to start with the petunia. Don't forget you've got the step-by-steps, and of course this is what you're aiming for to colour at the side. Step-by-steps are already going to be on the website for you. So I'm going to pick up some petunia from my palette and then take it straight to my petal and paint it on. And so you're just creating yourself that lovely ability to have the watercolours there, pick them up and use them, using the palette, and add those and drag them out when you're colouring them straight to the image that you're colouring on. So this could not be easier. You're in control because you're taking the water. You can use your valve brush that comes as well, and then just keep adding in the colour to the point you're happy. So I'm happy with my petunia to that point. So now what I need to do is clean my brush. Turn that round. I find it easier to paint on the side rather than I do straight up and down. Clean my brush, so get any of the residual pigment off there. Make sure it's damp. Now I'm going to go to the soft red and then bring the soft red to the edge of that petunia and just paint it out. So I'm just extending the different colour there, and then clean my brush. Pick up a little bit of mango from my palette. Bring the mango to the edge of the petal. So I've preserved my highlight. And then what I like to do is bring the mango back along into some of the pink, because that mixes the peachy colour and it makes the petal feel like it's got that natural movement on it.
And what's amazing about that is you really can't see where one colour ends and the next one starts. It's blended beautifully.
And for using a palette is what really does help you do that effortlessly. So I'll go back to my palette now. I'm going back to the petunia again, picking it up. And I've done tiny little swatches here. Actually, in life at home, I do a much bigger block of colour.
Yes.
But I didn't want you to watch me colouring colour for ages, so just to give you the idea. And then I just go back in with my petunia here.
And I love these colours that you're using.
The colours in here are, I think the colours we've chosen for the box, you've got all of the good colours and none of the bad. So every single one of them is a lovely, true, vibrant representation of that colour, which gives you the ability to really softly blend it out. So look, if I did that whole petal, just using that one bit from the palette, I can softly blend an entire pale pink petal there if I want to.
And with hardly using any of the pencil.
Hardly using anything at all. So your pencils are going to last you a long time, and they'll last you that little bit longer by creating a palette in this way. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the soft red actually though and add that in, and then a little bit of the mango, and I'm going to bring that to the edge here and just blend it back in. And you just work around your petal, choosing where you would like the colour and how you want to do it, and building up that colour.
I could watch this all day.
It's very therapeutic.
Yes, very.
It's therapeutic in the watching and in the doing. And you see, all I'm doing is going back into my palette, picking up the colour, extending that around, cleaning my brush, picking up the next little bit of colour and painting it on. And the magic of these is that it does the blending for you right in front of your eyes. Very, very, very simple to do. Now, one of the things I want to mention is what you should never do, and I need everybody to swear in the law court of Leanne at this point. Your hands up. You never ever, look, I'm not even looking over the top of my glasses. You're never going to do this, ever. You're never going to take your pencil and dip it in your water pot.
Oh.
Never. Because if you do that, the wood is going to get wet, obviously, it's gone in the water, and then because wood is porous, it's going to soak all the way up the pencil, and because your lead is with a water-soluble binder, it's going to disintegrate. So it's just going to fall apart. You're going to ruin your pencil. So never, ever, ever put your pencil into your water. However, if you want to get an intense piece of colour to really add a pop, you can pick colour directly from the pencil, which is what I'm going to show you now. So we're going to wet the brush, touch and take off a lot of the water. So this is just damp now. It's not a wet brush, it's a damp brush. And then you can go to the tip of your pencil, and to the tip only, do not touch the wood. To the tip of your pencil, you can go and pick up a little bit of that intense colour directly to your brush if you want to. And that means you can add a pop of that to add in your depth. And you can see the difference that that immediately made to that petal. So a tiny little bit of water, and I like to twist my nib as I'm doing it, and I'm making sure that the tip of this brush, and can I also say never do this with a valve brush, because there'll be too much water and it'll flood down into the wood. As soon as this wood gets wet, game over for your pencil. So be very, very careful. You're only touching the sharpened point gently at the end, and then you take that pop of colour and you add that into the areas where you would like to intensify a little bit. And you can see the difference that immediately makes in terms of the shine and realism on that petal. Now, another way you can do that is by mixing a new colour and by using your palette to do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that too. So if you really want to create some drama and have some darker areas, and I'm just going to show you what I mean by that. So you see I've continued to add the colour. I would do the same for the yellow and for the soft red. You can see how I've built that colour up on this one, which is what you would do. But you can see in areas it's much more shaded because I've mixed a new colour. So to do that, what you're going to do is shade. And then I'm going to have my petunia. Okay. And a little bit of ebony. Charlotte's just said, can you not draw straight onto it, or is that naughty? That's naughty, Charlotte. And I'll tell you why it's naughty. When this is already wet, I'll show you down here. This is a piece of wet card because we're painting on it. And I go and draw straight on it, which is what I'm doing there. And now I try to paint that out, the line won't move. So you ruin your painting. That line will stay, and that's because the pigment seals and grabs to water, it moves with water. So immediately you do that, it's dyed the cardstock and you're not moving it anywhere. It moves on a dry cardstock because there's no water there, and you can move the pigment round and do your painting. But if you put it onto something that's already wet, you're just going to get lots of lines, which is why you need to go onto your palette.
And great question, Charlotte, because I've never thought to ask that before either.
Now, I've mixed my new two colours here. You see, this is my shade. And then what I'm going to do is with my damp brush, mix the two together. So I'm creating a custom colour on my palette of the two together by mixing them. And now what I can do is go in with my brush and add in that reddy shade colour just in that area where I would like it to be. Clean it off so there's not too much and you don't overpower or overwhelm. Go back in with your damp brush and just drag that out. And what you've done then is add in that depth of shade to those areas.
Amazing.
And that's how you create that look and feel. And it just depends, let me move that along so you can see, there we go. That's how you create that look and feel. So you can see in the areas where there will be more shade, and we've talked about that in all of the other classes, that's how you go in and create that depth. And that's how you get the nice smooth blend. And this is what you don't want to do going in with your pencil, because it'll grab straight away to the card. You won't be able to move the colour around.
Absolutely amazing. And look how beautiful that looks. And remember, all that tuition, you're seeing Leanne launch them today, but all that tuition is online. When you get your Academy of Colour, you will get a little QR code, which is amazing. You just either scan that or go to the website and you can get all of those different tutorials of, they are live. So Leanne filmed them live and they are quite incredible. And actually someone just summed up the question saying that, Debbie, you're right, it is about hand holding, and your hand is held throughout this journey, and it makes it fun. Yes, we all know Leanne is fun. I mean, you are fun, Leanne.
That's a nice way of putting it, thank you. Others could say a liability, others could say a loose cannon maybe, some could say dangerous, but I will take fun. Johnny says fun but firm, I'm definitely that.
We love that. Anne has got a question. She says, Leanne, I have the full set of Spectrum Noir professional coloured pencils that came with the blending solution. Do these have equivalent today?
No, so they're the wax pencils, and that's what comes in the next box. So no, they don't work in this way with the blending solution. They're a wax pencil, and the tutorials for wax pencils will follow with the next launch that we do.
Lovely. I'm just reaching down. Look, all these goodie bags that I've got here. I'm just going to pop them up here and bring these ones into you. Yes, so I was just going to, I was reading as well at the same time. Elaine is saying, OMG, I was just listening and looked up to see this amazing technique. Just wow. And Alison is saying, Leanne, you are a tremendous teacher and break everything down into easy steps, making it easy for us to follow. Would never have thought of making the palette with pencils. And actually, Leanne, it's a good point, isn't it? Because there are so many different techniques, but no one knows them all. There is always something that someone hasn't seen.
We're always learning. I'm still learning. I'm still on voyage discovery with colouring. We all are. We can never know it all. But what we can do is share what we've learned and what works for us with you, so that we can make life easier for you. And I think that's what we do very well here at Crafters Companion. And with regard to your palette, don't throw this away when you've done it, because there's still lots of pigment on there that's very usable. So you save that. You can keep it in the bottom of your box if you want to. You keep it in your binder. If you've got it, you know, the little pockets that we gave you that come in the binder, put it in one of your little plastic pockets. You can go back in 6 months' time and pick up this pigment from here and use it till it will give you no more, and then you just add a little bit more. So they're really useful to create and then to keep, and that means you don't waste any of your beautiful colour.
Yeah, love that, and great for the memory as well, which you know how shot mine is.
Mine too.
It's a great one to know what we coloured them with. And one more, a bit of a request here from Sarah is saying, Leanne, could you do colouring pads, but with watercoloured card, please? Because she loved our colouring pads with the alcohol, and she would love them in watercolour.
Oh, well, that's very possible. Never say never.
Absolutely.
I'll keep a note of that when we're doing our next product planning session.
Yes, that would be amazing. Right, another amazing thing. So we're going to do a few little cartloads from tonight. So we're giving you sneaky peeks, but you can go on the website and get yourself a bargain. This one is our Nature's Garden one, and there is tons in this bag, and you're only paying £25 or $40. Absolutely amazing. I love this die set. This is the lantern one. It's so pretty. You can use this for so many different things. It's our secret garden. We've also got a fabulous hummingbird, a botanical wreath in this bag. So this is all Nature's Garden, as you can see, £20 platinum or $32. We've also got the stamp and die. I love this one. I say it time and time again. This is so usable, this swing. I think all those little cutesy animals that you've got, you can put on this swing. Doesn't have to just be with the gnomes. Talking about the gnomes, we've got some of those gorgeous sentiment stamps in there as well. So creating lots of different sentiments. We've also got our wisteria, the Friends die and stamp there. So you're getting that large die, which is the Friends, and then the stamps as well. And that's it in my basket. But look at how many things you are getting in that one. Absolutely amazing. £25 or $40. Although I have to say, although that's a good bag, this one blew my mind. I love Christmas, and I think getting ready for Christmas and anything that you can get together. I'm just going to show you this one. This is incredible. Let me make sure it's not upside down. This was our compendium from Violet Studios, our home for Christmas. It's beautiful. It's a whole card making kit. Look at the top here, over 550 pieces in this. This is £20. Go on the website, you will find this for £20. You are only paying £25, which means everything else I'm showing you now is only going to cost you £5, which is incredible. And there is so much in here. You've got these ones which are your make a scene. These are great for layering up, using your coloured cardstock. We've also got that amazing, really large edgeable die, which is the Christmas wishes there, and a really lovely one. We've then got I can't believe this is in here. I mean, this was our snowman. This is our reveal your message. So literally, you pull his hat up. That's worth £13.99. I mean, that's £13.99. That's £20. I mean, look at the value of this box. It's incredible. We're also giving you some additional gems in there. We've also popped in a stamp and die creator card, which is incredible. There's also our snowman. So I say ours, Sarah's watercolour Christmas, which is that beautiful build a snowman. You're getting dies and stamps. We've then got the gorgeous stamp set. This one here is just beautiful. You've got Santa, you've got that over the rooftop scene, and then we've got one more, which is our amazing snowman set. I'm going to turn that around so you can see all those snowman stamps that you get on there. All of that plus this one, which is £20 on its own, £25 or $40 today, which is incredible. Now, if you look at the platinum price, you've only got to spend that £20 and you get an additional free gift in that card making kit in there for absolutely nothing. So that's an absolutely amazing bundle to have, especially if, like me, you like to get a little bit more prepared for Christmas. I mean, think of all the little gifts that you could be giving with these goodie bags. So amazing. Leanne, you've got a fabulous one over there, or a spectacular one, I should say.
I have got a spectacular bag here, Debbie. So spectacular. I had to remind myself about what the dickens I was thinking. I mean, really, you are taking advantage of the fact that I have severe brain fog. And you've got £100 or $135 saving in this bag, which is, I mean, it's incredible. So, I mean, should we take one thing at a time, or should I just tip the lot out, Debbie?
Oh, I've never seen anyone tip it all out.
I'm just going to tip it all out,
Go
Debbie.
rogue. Go rogue. Look at that.
Look at all of this in here.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, it really is. We're going to put it back in rather than take it all out.
I mean, that.
It's got so much in here. It is crazy. Now, first thing I'm going to start with are these brilliant stamps that we've got in here. And actually, if you're getting Academy of Colour today, these would be perfect for you to colour in. So we've got those. We've then got one of our jigsaw dies, which you absolutely love, and that's the speech bubble one. I've also got a set of these fabulous little foliage pieces from our Gemini mini collection. Then we've got some of my favourite creator cards of all time, those beautiful decorative frames with the stamps and die cut words to go in the centre. They look incredible. These blew my mind when we first launched them, the chalkboard stamps. I love those. It's a different, modern, more quirky way of conveying a message, maybe to the younger members of the family. It is a brilliant stamp set to have. Then these, if you watched in birthday week, this is a die. Friends like you are far too few. That's for you, Debbie. Friends like you are far too few. They really are. You could not get a more loyal and gorgeous friend than Debbie ever.
Oh, you're
you
so
really
kind.
couldn't. They really.
Thank you.
If you watched me in birthday week demonstrating with our shimmer ink pads, these are the sentiments I was using, where they are brilliant to die cut out and then ink up with your shimmer ink pads. We've got more of these fabulous chalkboard sentiments for you. So something for lots of different people in the family. I love the sentiments in here. May you be forever blessed. Is that not a lovely sentiment to send to somebody? It really is. Then ribbon threading. Who doesn't? I mean, this is everything you're getting. Who doesn't love a little bit of ribbon threading? And that's for a full background. And
That's
for each,
a fabulous die.
isn't it?
Yes.
Full background to thread your ribbon. And we show you 3 different paths you can thread the ribbon in. So not just one thing you can do with it. These, I adore these, I have to say. These are fabulous. So you've got beautiful winter floral stamps to colour in there. Great for the season, that'll be upcoming. Then you've got one of our 3-in-1 creator card
Wow.
dies. Love, such a size. They're 5x7, and of course you can use those dies to create only the frame, only the balloons, or the balloon and the frame together. So you get 3 looks in each one of the sets. Still going, Debbie. Then some of the most intricate frames we have ever created when it comes to die cutting. Included one of those for you too, and you can see that's a nice sized frame for a 5x7 card, and that's not cheap. They're expensive. But we've put it in the bag for you, so it makes a real great statement. And then you've got a full pack of our acrylic paint markers in here.
Wow.
And you've got your gold, silver, black and white. You need that pack just for the white for your colouring. Absolutely fantastic for adding all of your highlights in. And then we're putting in one of our, I'm going to cut it open. I'm probably going to get it wrong off Tracy. Nobody tell Tracy. Is she not in today?
She's
That's
not
all
in,
right.
we're
then.
okay.
When the cat's away, the mice will play. Let's open that up, because this pad is glorious. And the reason it's glorious is in each of these beautiful pastel tones that you can see, you get the beautiful linen and then you get the pearlescent to match. So beautiful linen coming up in the lilac, pearlescent to match. Same with the mint, like an aqua mint colour, pearlescent to match. Lemon, linen, and then pearlescent to match, which is absolutely gorgeous for all of your projects and getting some lovely contrast in there. So you're getting 24 sheets of that in all of those beautiful pearlescent colours, linen and pearlescent to match in each colour. All of that comes in that bag, and I can hardly believe you're getting all of this. 14 things in here for £32 or $40 if you're a platinum member. Okay, 40% of the stock has gone. It's meant to be on the cartload show tonight. I think maybe if it is on the cartload show tonight, it'll be hanging on by the skin of its teeth. So if you like what you see in that bundle, then definitely grab it. I think it's great to keep things for you. It's great to give little gifts. It's great maybe to put in raffles. It's a great try me set. So if there are things in there that you haven't done yet, where you're like, I really want to try doing those sentiments, but I haven't want to invest in a whole range. I'm not sure if it's for me. Getting a bundle like this is great, because you can think, well, I've never tried that, I'll try it, and I'll try that. It's an affordable way of experimenting and pushing your craft to another level, in a different place, without having to invest a significant amount of money to do it, I think.
Amazing. I think that's one of the best bags I've ever seen.
I know.
Genuinely. What I love about it, Leanne, I feel like you put that all together to really work with the Academy of Colour.
Yes.
Because I know you get a gel pen with the Academy of Colour in the first one. So that then enhances that just by having all those extra colours to do. That's a fabulous bag. And I'm not surprised over 40% has gone of that bag, which is incredible. Now, I have a really cool bag because it's Rocker Blocks. I love Rocker Blocks. It's one of the questions I get asked the most. Why do we need Rocker Blocks, or why do we need a stamping platform? Why do we need both? You absolutely need both. If you've got a stamping platform, we wax lyrical about them because they are amazing. But actually, Rocker Blocks really have their place. They're simple to use. You literally rock from heel to toe. They're quick and simple. They're all different sizes for all your different size stamps. I love the fact that you get this long one here so you can do your sentiments as well. But if you want to be creative with backgrounds and you've got like a background of flowers that you want to stamp with, you can multiple stamp with these. You can't do that on a stamping platform because you'd have to keep repositioning all the time. These are quick, fast, and they work every single time. I love my Rocker Blocks. We keep them, we keep them in the studio time and time again. They're very quick. Craig was using them this morning. You're just buying these. These are $19.98, which is incredible value for all of the sizes that we do. That's all you're paying just for your Rocker Blocks. Everything else in this bag is absolutely
There's more.
free. Yes.
Oh my word.
Everything now is free.
Debbie, I love the Rocker Blocks.
Me too.
I would never stamp live on air.
Yeah.
Before I had a Rocker Block.
Me too. Well, I have to be honest, until I joined Crafters Companion, I didn't stamp because I couldn't. I tried lots of other gadgets on the market to stamp with and I just couldn't get a good stamp. I remember it was Sarah that taught me to use the Rocker Blocks. I'd never used them and it was a game changer. I couldn't believe it.
They're amazing,
yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely amazing. But you are getting all of these stamps for absolutely no pennies whatsoever. This one is one of my absolute favourites. I know it's Lily's as well. If you go onto our Instagram, you will find that me and Lily colour this one because it's a really good one for practicing where you want to do your shading on your hair. It's just the most incredible stamp. And then the stamps that Leanne was just showing in her bag, I've got the other ones to them. So if you want to go for that full set of those chalkboard stamps, these three are completely different to the ones that Leanne has got in her bag. So you could go for both of these bags and only pay £60. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. And think of the saving that you're getting on there. Absolutely incredible today. That's our Rocker Blocks with all those mystery stamp sets. Well, I say mystery, they're not mystery. You're getting what I've shown you. So I've not kept them a mystery any longer. So you can go for those ones. Right, the next one, I'm going to pass over to Leanne because she's got an incredible bag for you now.
It's my Spectrum bag, Leanne's Spectrum Noir goodie bag. And I mean, I've gone with the thing of, you know, when it's like, do as I say, not as I do. I've done what I tell everybody else not to do, Johnny. And it's in the bag. I've put it in the bag again, Johnny, and I shouldn't have. Now, I think did Sarah do it? I think we're now in this competition of who dare put it in the bag. If you've done it, I'm doing it. And I'm like, if you've done it, I'm doing it. So just take advantage of it because we've got in here a glossy highlight. Shouldn't be in the bag because they're like hen's teeth. They come in stock, they go out of stock. We shouldn't be putting them in the bags. So you've got your glossy highlight in here, which is phenomenal. It's an absolutely amazing product. And you've got a whole pack of our tri-blend. Now, can I just say before I go any further, because when I show you everything else, that's it, you're buying these, and then everything else I'm about to show you is free of charge. You're not paying for anything else. Just those two things you're paying for.
Wow.
However, Debbie, it's limited stock, which means when it's green on the screen,
it soon won't be seen.
I hope Ben's proud of us. I'm sure he will be. I'm sure he will be. So it's limited stock. So when I show you now what you get in this bag additional to the two things that you're paying for, don't hang around. Get it in your basket and check out because it is limited stock. So you're getting a full pack of your tri-blends and actually some of my favourite colours. This is fantastic for skin. So for that stamp you've got in your bag with your hair and skin there, Debbie, this is a perfect set of tri-blends.
Oh, yeah.
Then you've also got your illustrator set here. Beautiful colours in there. You've got another, oh my, I can't believe it, metallic paint markers in that beautiful bronzy, almost rose goldy tone. It is like a coppery bronze, but it has a rose gold tinged to it too. That's free. You've also got acrylic markers here in all of these bunny colours. Fantastic for upcycling, home decor, pebble art, wooden art, drawing on wine glasses, painting, blending, just so many different things you can do with those. Denim jackets, kids trainers, customization, you know, so many things you can do with those. You also
fish
get
tanks, Leanne.
Yes, fish
Only
tanks.
because yesterday we had a pack on the show, different to these ones,
Yeah.
and someone said while they were cleaning out their fish tank, it made them feel naughty, and they drew a fishing rod on their fish tank.
That's fantastic. I love it. Fish tanks as well. Whatever is your poison, draw on it. Mirrors, the messages to loved ones. You're also getting a whole pack of your tricolour Aqua markers in here. So they're the watercolour techniques. And you're getting a Harmony water reactive ink pad in Bordeaux. So this is, all of that is free. All you're paying for is that. And then all of this is entirely free of charge. And this is a great bag for, again, try me techniques. If you've never tried acrylic paint markers and you've really wanted to, this is the time to do it. If you've never tried our Harmony Water Reactive, if you're wondering what it's all about, now's the time. Aqua Tricolour, what are they about? Now's the time. I think the thing with this is as well, it's great for replenishment. So if you've got some of those things at home, but you know that they're going to run out at a point in the future, getting a bag like this means you've got them all ready to go. It's also great for gifting and for getting people, giving people the confidence to start using some of our art products, because you haven't had to spend a lot of money to do it. Only £20 or $32 for everything you can see here, with that saving and limited stock, is absolutely phenomenal. You're getting, let's just remind you, your full 6 set of tri-blend, which is 18 colours, 3 colours in each one of those markers. So your 18 tri-blend, you're getting your glossy highlight. I'm saying it like that because I'm not pretending it's not in the bag. You're getting your Harmony Water Reactive ink pad. You're getting a full set of your metallic paint markers in there, and you've got 3 different nib sizes. So you've got a chisel, a large bullet, and a fine detail in there. So that same colour delivered in 3 different methods in that lovely coppery, bronzy, rose goldy colour. You've got your tricolour Aqua, 3 markers, 9 colours in that set. You've also got your acrylic paint markers in those beautiful pastel tones, and you've got a set of illustrators in this really lovely, I haven't got my glasses on, let me tell you what it says, I can't remember. It says it is vintage, and the lovely, now can I just say vintage, fabulous for fairy wings. The ombre you get on a fairy wing or on a butterfly wing with the vintage set is truly incredible. The transition from the peach all the way to the lavender is exceptional. Great for mermaid hair too. Absolutely incredible. So you're getting there 4 of those markers as well. All of that, I can't believe it, for £20 or $32. It's incredible. No wonder it's limited stock. If it's limited stock now, I very much doubt it's going to be available for you when we get to cart load tonight. And if it is something that you think you might like, don't hang around for cart load, because you don't want to be disappointed. Pop it in your bag, get it checked out, because that's going to contribute to your 75, remember, minimum basket spend for that free shipping if you're stateside.
And it's also going to get you that free gift if you spend over £20, which is amazing. Now, something else that's limited stock. I never thought I was going to be saying this in the show, because we did have an enormous amount of these, but our Academia colour, the brand new one today, is limited stock. If it's green on the screen, it soon
won't be seen.
I love it. Absolutely brilliant. Kirsty's just saying, Debbie, that was me. I've just updated my fishing rod. It now has a reel. Absolutely love that. So you're loving the Academia colour. So while you've still got it in your baskets, get all those bits while you can. But while we have a little break, take a look at this.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
One that was really funny, Ben. You didn't.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it.
Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Charlotte can be quite demanding with that countdown, can't she, Debbie? She's like, that's just so assertive.
She's
we're
it's
having
like
a nice catch. I've seen Debbie for ages. We're having a nice catch up. And Charlotte's like, okay, 10, 9, 8. We're like, okay.
Back
okay,
on
Charlotte.
screen, Debbie. It's like military organisation. We need to be kept in check. That's what it is, Leanne.
She's good at
it. She's so lovely, really.
She is. I'm pulling
the Academy colour, you can see on there, it is limited stock, which is amazing. It's our brand new one. It's the one that's following on. It's actually the second from last, so we've literally got one more coming at the end of March, which is our wax pencil one. But this is our Aqua colour. It's got 30% off today, which is an incredible saving for something that's brand new. $33.99 or $44.95. 5. So grab that while you can. And also, let me just bring in our free gifts that we are giving away today. As you'll know, it's our Sweet Surprise Week, where we're dropping in different deals every single day just to sweeten that crafty goodness for you. This is the one you're going to get if you spend £20 or more, or $20 on all your orders. That will come to you for absolutely nothing at all. And if you spend £100 or more, you will get both of those, where you'll have the butterfly, which is a 3-dye butterfly that layers onto each other from our Sarah's signature range from the vintage butterflies. So that's really nice that you're getting something for nothing. And if you think about those goodie bags that we have in stock with those amazing savings, that you can then get your free gifts as well to pop into those, which is great. Right, the Academy of Colour, let me just give you a quick update of what you're getting in this box. It will be it could be the last time you see it today, because it is flying out the doors. You're getting all those Duo pencils, which are Aquas. It means that all those watercolour techniques that you can do, and what Leanne is teaching, you will be able to do with this Academy of Colour. You're also getting 2 of those fouled brushes and your pencil sharpener, which is branded as well, which is lovely. We've also got the most amazing stamps. They have a really lovely space to actually colour in. They're nice and big. They're not overwhelming. I absolutely love those. And then the colours you're getting in this kit are all on this chart. And if you did want to download any of our charts, just head to our website with our there's a download section, and you can download all our charts on there for all our colours across the board. And it's really great to have, because it gives you the true colours then of what you want to use, especially if you're wanting to match them up to pretty papers, pattern papers, some of our amazing paper pads that we've got. You'd know what to colour them with as well. And then just a quick look at one of our boards there that's been coloured in absolutely beautifully to really showcase those 4 stamps. Now we're going to go over to Leanne and see what else you've got in store for us, Leanne.
Okay, we're going to have a look at how to use the palette again, but mix some different colours on the palette, because we're going to have a look at how to do the hydrangea, and do the hydrangea where you've got all of those different, in the same colour family, but different tones. Hydrangeas are like that in nature, aren't they, where the blues and purples all come out in different intensities on the petal. So we're going to have a look at how to do that, and we're going to have a look at how to put that diffused background in to really make your image pop. So I've got my image stamped out, and I've used my Finesse waterproof. It's on the website in stock, which is fantastic. I've cut my little piece of watercolour out to make my palette, and the 2 colours I'm going to be using are Elderberry and Regal Blue. So I've wrote that down there, Elderberry and Regal Blue. So take your pencils out of your box, and then you're going to create yourself several different palettes to create the different colour. Now when you're doing this, what you need to try and do is get your main base colour at about the same size all the way. It doesn't matter if it's not exact, but about the same size all the way down. So I'm taking Elderberry and I'm putting about the same amount of colour several times. Now when I'm doing this at home for the hydrangea, I'd be creating myself about 10 blocks of colour to do this for an image like this. I'm going to stop at 5 because you don't need to watch me doing that all the way down. You'll get the idea and you'll understand what you need to do when you get it home. And you can see I'm getting quite a bit of the colour down. I'm applying some pressure, and we've talked about that. And when you're creating a palette, you need to apply some pressure. I'm getting the colour on the watercolour card. So I would normally do about 10. I'm doing 5, so you don't have to watch me interestingly colour a load of blocks. Now I'm going to take my Regal Blue, and then I'm going to vary to mix custom colours the amount of Regal Blue I apply to each of those blocks. So the first one, I'm going over the top. That's my first new colour I'm mixing. Next one, not quite as far. Next one, not quite as far. Next one, not quite as far again. Next one, tiny bit. Okay, so I'm just varying how much blue I'm adding to each of those palettes. This one probably has a bit more than that, so I'm going to add a little bit more elderberry down here, just to make the colours different. Now, all we're going to do at this point is use your brush and create your custom colours to create your petals. So the first one I'm going to work with is the first colour that I've put there. So I've got my pot of water, I've got my brush, and then all I'm going to do is mix that together. So I've created a brand new colour now with elderberry and regal blue on my palette. And then I'm going to add the colour to my petal. What's the matter?
Only 53 are remaining.
Oh my word. I wondered what that was. I'm like, is there a vehicle reverse?
I had to interrupt. I'm sorry, Leanne.
That's absolutely fine.
Wow.
Wow. I wish everybody could hear the little monologues that we have in our gallery. Johnny's like, there's only 52. Charlotte, is that legit? Yes, Charlotte.
We had such a big stock of these, which is amazing. I think this has probably got to be the quickest selling one that we've had. They obviously love the Aqua pencils, Leanne.
It's a lovely, lovely technique. I can understand why. I think it is, it is beautiful, and you can see how easy it is to do. So I've used that first little block and I've added the colour down. I'm going to clean my brush now and then just drag that colour out across the rest of the watercolour card, just to make it nice and pastel.
I have to be honest, Leanne, I've never seen this before.
Have you not?
No, I've never ever seen this before.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, really good.
This is what we talk about, though, isn't it, Debbie, all the time, about being on a constant journey with each other, seeing what each of us do when we do something, seeing how it's different, picking up on that technique and deciding that one's for me.
I'm wowed because I've seen colouring next to a colour and dipping in both colours, but never to colour over like that and mix the palette. Yeah, I've never done that before.
Okay, so then the next one, that gets mixed. And that would be a different colour again because we had more elderberry, less regal blue. So this time when we go in now, you'll see this is a lot more pinky than the first colour. And I'm just picking random places to put it. I'm not following one flower at a time because a hydrangea isn't like that in life. I'm just picking up the colour and adding it down. And then blending it out. And then I do the same the next palette. So I mix the two together, and then this will be even more pinky again because there was even less blue in this one. And this is how you get the variation in the colours of all the different petals, and be completely random as you apply it and then just blend it out. And by doing this, that's how you get that lovely, natural, in nature variation in all of the tones on the petals. Do the same on this next one. And this will be even more pinky because it had a tiny little bit of blue in. And you see what happens is as you start to add that alongside some of the other petals you do, you can really see the difference in the tone.
It's just amazing.
And just drag it out.
And it's that subtle variation, isn't it?
Yes.
It just looks beautiful.
And you almost need to see it all together before, there's a very purple one, look, see? You almost need to see it all together before you start to realise those variations in tone. Now, what you can also do is the opposite, which is a lot of the regal blue, and I would do this too. I'll only do 3, and again, similar sizes. And then vary the amount of petunia you put over the top. And mix your new colour. And because that's a blue base now, when I go in and add these, I'll get the blue colours coming in alongside the purpley colours. And then you just go up and pick your new. Here we go. And look, what I hope you can see at home is anybody can do.
44 remaining. Wow, amazing. Sorry, Leanne.
That's okay. And then look, I've got like a real indigo now. So now I'm just mixing palettes up and I'm dipping into both. And now I've got an indigo colour. And what this does is bring all of the different colours together into your hydrangea. And you just go and dip into them all. I want to do this one and a little bit of this one. Okay. And then I've got a new colour. Look, I've got like a violet indigo colour now that I've mixed by doing that. And I can pop this in here. And what you get is that lovely, because you're using these two colours the same, it all works on the flower. But you magically make all of the different tones. And so that gives you the light and shade and the differences where you need them. It's an incredibly easy thing to do. And all I'm doing, see, I'm really not painting this very carefully at all. I'm picking colour up with my brush and I'm whacking it down on the card.
Whacking it down.
For want of a better word. And I'm not really worried about where it's going, because that mixing of palettes and the mixing of the colours is doing it for me. And you would just continue all the way around your floral, doing exactly that, and that's what you get.
Oh, wow.
Okay, when the floral's finished. Now, what I want to do is show you how to do that around the outside as well. So that's done by using your pencils direct to the paper. So you're going to very gently, and I can't stress this enough, a whisper touch. I'm hardly going to touch the paper when I put this colour down. So a whisper touch, and you go around up to your flower, and I'll only do it on half. I'll just do it around the top here because that's where I've coloured. And just come out a little way. Just go all the way around, coming up to your petals. And of course I would go around the whole flower as I've done there. But just go around, adding a little bit of colour. Varying the depth, so a little bit higher here, a little bit lower there. It doesn't really matter. Don't be worried about getting it regimented. Just be very random with it. Put it into those areas and then take your ebony, and where you'd want it to be a little more shaded around the flower, add in your ebony. And so this is mixing colours directly on the card. And because no water has hit this area, I'm okay going directly with my pencil. I would not here because this is damp, and that's where the pencil's going to grab the colour. So go in and add your ebony around, and then with your damp brush, you simply move that colour out.
I have lots and lots of questions coming in, Leanne.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like me to ask them?
Yeah,
while you're
I'm
colouring?
happy to answer as we go.
So can you ask Leanne, so from Rosalind, she's asking if there's a difference between the Aqua pencils in the Academy of Colour or the Colorista and the Colorista Aqua pencils?
Okay, the pencils in Academy of Colour are a little bit higher quality than Colorista.
Cool.
They're not
There
an
you go.
entry-level pencil.
Yes.
They're a mid-level
begin-
pencil.
Yes, and the
So Colorista are beginning level.
beginners.
These are a mid-level. Your Spectrum Noir Aqua pencils, highest artist quality.
Amazing. Sarah's asking when the next Academy of Colour will be available in the UK.
Pass.
I believe it's the end of March, because
There
I
you
know
go.
I do have it down at the end of March at Hobbymaker, so it will be here, I believe, probably that same week. So the end of March, I would have said.
Thank you, Debbie.
And Sarah's saying, I do have another question for Leanne. How many alcohol reinkers is there to complete a collection?
One inker for every
everyone?
colour.
Yeah, so 216. 16, yes, absolutely. And can you use gilding wax with the pencils? Huh.
I'm not sure how you would plan on doing that, but if that is, can you watercolour an image and then gild and wax around the outside? Certainly.
Yes, yeah. Yes, they're not, you wouldn't be able to use them. Well, yeah, you just use them as you would around your image, yes. Leanne, can you please bring out a refill set of the papers from the birthday box and the Sent with Love box? It's the first time in my boxes that I've used all the papers and I need more.
We'll add them to the list. Thank you for letting us know.
There is a big list,
There's
isn't
a
there?
huge list. There really is.
And actually, a good question from Rosalind. She's saying, Leanne, after all the Academy of Colours, are there any plans to do any other stamp sets like that as well?
So actually we did believe, Sarah and I were just talking about this late last week. where we did believe when we got to the end of Academy of Colour that I would have taught you everything you could possibly know and that you would have been given the skills you need to just go forward and have a lovely colouring journey now. However, so many of you have said we don't want it to end, we want more. And so we're deep in strategic discussion about what that more could look like. So I'm going to say watch this space.
There you go. I love watch these spaces. And Stephanie is saying, why the brush versus the watercolour pen?
Okay.
Yes, so we've talked about that earlier, so you might have come in. So just to recap on that, Leanne.
Yes, so the valve brush takes a little bit more practice because the water flows constantly and you need to practice not squeezing for that water to flood out. If you use the brush like I've been using, you have a little bit more control because it isn't continually flowing water. You have to dip for the water and take it off. So it puts you in charge. Once you've mastered the art of this, then it's great. And of course, they're fantastic for portability because whenever you're colouring on the go, you take your brush and your water with you in that valve. You don't have to have a water pot. So it's great for colouring on the go. If you're at home and colouring, I would advocate you use your brush from the first box.
Amazing, thank you for that, Leanne. Right, we do have a sellout, so this one is completely gone. I knew you would have to be quick, but it is our cute characters. That has gone, unfortunately. That was our box number 4, so yeah, that one has gone. So apologies about that, but our brand new box today is very, very limited stock, so you need to be quick to get that one in. Now, do want to go back to the beginning. The whole original essence of the Academy Colour comes from this very first box, which is amazing. Now, it is our biggest box. It has the most amazing Aqua pens and alcohol pens in there. These are dual colours as well, like you can see. You've got so many colours in here. It comes with a plethora of stamps and papers and binders and everything you need to start your colouring journey. So it's absolutely incredible. You've got 35% off on this, which is absolutely amazing. £96 today. Oh, you can see me. Look at that. You can see this is how it's coming to you. You're getting that binder, you're getting the folder, you're getting everything you need to start your journey. That code is in your Academy of Colour. You can go on and watch Leanne. You can go back and watch all these Academy of Colours, so you'll be able to follow along with Leanne like we're seeing here. I love this. Look at that. The journey continues. Your colouring journey continues. I absolutely love that. Very sad for the last box because it will have that different message as Leanne has already told us that it's going to have, because it will be that final one. But the good thing is the Academy of Colour Facebook group will continue. It will be on there forever and ever and ever, as far as Facebook's on there anyway, and you will be able to always get that inspiration, meet new crafty friends. It's just going to be a journey that is going to give forever and ever. And if ever you just want to recap on some of the things that Leanne has taught you, you can just go back and watch those and take them then into your colouring journey. Even, I would say, if you are an expert colourist, I would go for this still, Leanne, because I think all that's going to do is enhance on what you already know with your colouring. And you're going to be doing things like this, being able to do different skin tones, do different hair tones, not in just alcohol colouring, but also in your watercolouring as well. That's watercoloured cardstock. You're going to be learning how to create your light source, doing all that shading, using your grey pen, and again, in alcohol colouring and in your watercolouring, which is incredible. You do get all those colours in here, which is amazing. Beautiful watercolours. You've got the most amazing set of alcohol colouring. This is your first set. Remember, this is a journey that you're going to continue if you go for this first box, or you might have picked up some of the other boxes in between and not gone for that first one. Now, this original box comes with a binder, so you can then store all your stamp sets in there. It's got little pouches pouches where you'll be able to store all your makes and your colouring where you've created. I love these. I think just these simple images, learning all those techniques of where your light source comes from is absolutely amazing. And then I've got some boards here that show the watercolour inside as well. Being able to create that sort of ombre effect, create that light and dark shading, they're absolutely amazing. I can guarantee if you haven't started this journey and you're starting it today, no matter what box you have bought, you will absolutely love it. And our Leanne is the one that's going to take you through every step of the way on that colouring journey more than anything else. But we do have an amazing cartload show tonight at 6 o'clock. It's going to be fast and furious, and our Leanne's going to show you some of the £10 deals that we've got for our Platinum members here.
Absolutely, and I mean, great deals. I've got a whole pile of stuff here for you, and these are exclusive to Platinum members, I believe. If you're Platinum, you get them for so you can get them if you're not Platinum, but if you're a Platinum member, these are a tenner. £10, $10. This Make and Send pad has been a revolution and what you're absolutely adoring, I have to say, because on each of these sheets, what you get is everything to make a card, decorate it, put an insert in it, make an envelope and have some pretty borders. So you get everything you need to make and send these beautiful cards. And the cards match perfectly to the envelope, the insert and the borders. So if I take two sheets and just take you through these two sheets. Here is a sheet here. There is your half-fold tent card. Here are all of the decorative die-cut pieces for you to pop out and decorate that card. On the sheet behind, you've got the perfectly sized envelope to cut out and fold to put your card in. You've got your insert and you've got some ribbon strips. But can I just show you that this is double-sided? As is this. So you can see you've got a pattern on the back here. So actually your envelope is patterned on the outside and patterned on the inside. They're all double-sided. So absolutely beautiful designs in here. You get 32 sheets, 32 pieces, which means you make your 18 cards and 18 envelopes. So that's your Make and Send pad. They're all of the decorative pieces that you've got on there. And you've got your 32 pieces. They're fantastic, having everything you need for £10, $10. Make your card, make your envelope, put your insert in, decorate it and send it. I can't believe we're doing these for a tenner. I've had to take my glasses off, I'm that incensed. Our luxury gilding flakes for £10 or $10. That's like crazy news. And it's in that beautiful, beautiful colour set of Carnival with the purples and the pinks and the blues, and they're absolutely exquisite. If you haven't tried our luxury gilding flakes, don't judge them by any other gilding flake in the market, because I don't know of another company who does gilding flakes like these. These are the premium luxury gilding flake, and you get that real vibrant metallic shine from them. Art liners. I love these for doodling. Again, £10, $10. Art liners are great for journaling. They're great for doing your Zentangle type or your Sanntangle as we have it here. They're great for just writing inside of a card. If you like to do the little faux mats and layers and the little scribbles around the outside of a card, brilliant for that. If you're my husband, he just likes to write in his notebook with them, and he steals mine and uses them as his writing pen of choice. Because they are really, really good. The other thing is, if you like to draw yourself, these are a water-based marker, so you can draw and then colour with your alcohol markers and the line won't move. So they're great for artists too. That's art liner, £10, $10. Then, I can't believe jigsaw die. We've got our jigsaw die here, which is the 5x7 one, so you can create those fabulous jigsaw pieces. So you get 24 pieces of the jigsaw, which you can then assemble in whatever way you like, and it'll cut through lots and lots of different materials. 5x7 in size. Incredible that it's £10 or $10. This one's UK only, and this is the cutting plate 12x12 for your Gemini Pro. And so if you've got a Gemini Pro and you're in the market for a new cutting plate, this is your 12x12 one, and this deal is for the UK only if you're a Platinum member. Now, I can't believe we're doing a craft kit for a tenner. So a craft kit, £10, $10, and this is the fabulous reveal wheel one. One of the most popular actually. So it's where you can die cut the little aperture and then with a wheel turn round and change the sentiment that appears in the wheel and then decorate it up. And of course craft kits, you know, this one's got over 200 elements in, are absolutely cram-packed. Look at all of the beautiful papers in there, cram-packed full of goodies, papers, card, ribbons, dies, stamps, the lot, all in that box. £10 or $10 as a platinum member.
Wow, wow, wow. How amazing are those deals? Remember, there's loads more in cartloads, which is incredible. Barbara is saying, Leanne, you are so intelligent in crafting. Unbelievable. How nice is that comment? Rhonda is saying, I've got some suggestions. The AOS, the Academy of Sewing.
Oh, nice. I'm sure Becky would be on board for that.
Absolutely. Leanne, which ink pad would you use to stamp onto faux leather and colour with alcohol pens, please?
It's a fantastic question. I need to try. I've never done it. So I feel not comfortable telling you to use one just in case it doesn't work. I'm not sure your alcohol marker is going to work on top of faux leather. That's my main conundrum. Because it's an alcohol, it's a solvent, and faux leather is a man-made substance. I have a concern that the alcohol in your pen would melt that man-made substance and it would take the surface off your faux leather and therefore block the nib of your alcohol marker. So I'm going to say I wouldn't recommend you do that.
Yes. And that's great. So I love that. If we can't give the right answer because we don't know, we can only recommend. So love that. Sarah is saying Spectrum Noir gilding flakes are the best gilding flakes she has ever used. That goes in what Leanne was just saying. And Sarah is saying that I would love Leanne to do an acrylic paint class.
Ooh. Hey, I'd love to do that myself.
Yes.
Well, Sarah and I in deep strategic discussions, so you never know what could be coming in the future.
Oh, that's great to know. And Jean's saying that she loves the tenor, it says, I love these tenors you are doing.
Yes, the tenors.
Yeah, and Anne is saying, will there be flash sales on Cartload? Perhaps Johnny can. All the deals are on there now. They're all live, so you can shop ahead, which is amazing. Now, remember, we've got free gifts today. Oh, wow. They're going to be gone today.
Debbie,
so
can I show you what to do with your pencil sharpeners quick? Because I promised everybody I would. And I know we've only got a few minutes, Johnny. But I think that those people who need to see fun but firm, Johnny's saying, because I'm like, I'm taking over. I need to show everyone. So spritz your card. I'm going to do it quick. Spritz your card. I mean, if we go over, guys. Take your pencil pieces. You know you love the confetti technique, Debbie.
Yes.
So I've spritzed my card. I've tipped my pencil sharpeners on there. Take off your pieces of wood. You can use tweezers if you don't want to use your fingers. What you're left behind with is your little pieces of pigment. And then all you're going to do, I'm not going to take all the wood off, you would. Give that a knock so they've moved around. Spritz it again. And the pigment all moves and blends together.
It's just a cool.
And then you can heat set it. And when you do that, this is what you get. Confetti background. So keep all of your pieces, let them melt. You see up at the back here, that's moved. You can do it with a craft knife and then heat it with a heat gun and you get your beautiful confetti backgrounds. I cover that in the education, but I just wanted to show you very quickly you're not wasting all of your pencil sharpens.
Oh, I
Sorry, Johnny.
absolutely love that. And actually, I mean, I love the confetti dye. I just leave all mine on, spritz it, let it dry, and then you can just dust it all the extra pieces off. But it is such a great technique. Leanne, thank you so much. I've learnt so much this last couple of hours. But we have another show tonight, a big cartload, which is going to be amazing, isn't it? So we will see you back then. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
But remember, we get all those offers, shop all the day and see what you can get. And also our cart loads are live. So please shop for what you want. I wouldn't like you to be disappointed because those deals are going. We've already had a sellout in this show. So it's going to be incredible. So I'm just going to show you the actual gifts that you're getting. £20 or $20 spend and you will get this free card making kit. So I absolutely love that. And if you spend £100 or more, you will get both these free gifts. So really cool little ones there to pop in. Well, you don't even have to pop in the basket. We're going to do that for you, which will be amazing. So please join us back for Cartload tonight. We're going to take a break now and go and grab something to eat, have a little natter and a catch up. And we will see you back here at 6 p.m. Bye.